How dare you?
Stop being a bitch.
What up, Lemonheads? Welcome to episode 46 of the Evening Juice with Lemon City Live. I'm your boy Fungus. Got Larry Fresh over here, Achilles down below, and our guest of the night, Brian the Beast London. What's up, Brian?
What's going on, guys? Good to be on, man.
For
awesome,
sure,
dude.
For sure. If you're watching us right now, everybody, you're probably watching on our Facebook page, on our Twitter page, or on the 5 Reasons YouTube network. So thanks to those guys for hosting us as well. Before we get started, I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow at FIU's first home game of the season.
Tomorrow or Thursday?
Thursday, I'm sorry.
Get there tomorrow nice and early.
Yeah, man.
Hey, somewhere on this planet, tomorrow is Thursday. All right, I'm not wrong about that. Anyways.
Okay.
On Thursday at FIU's first home game, we're collaborating with the Plug Talk Sports Boys to raise food. We're doing a food drive for the FIU Student Pantry. You can find us in Lot 7, the tailgate area. So come out, support, donate what you can for a good cause.
Awesome. And we'll have more information. We've been tweeting it out. We've also been putting it on our IG.
Mm-hmm.
So if you got any information, man, or if you want to donate and help out or just want to pass by, hit us up on the DM. Let us know. That's all Gus's stuff right there.
Yeah.
We took a hiatus last week. We needed a week to take off, man. We needed to ramp up for football season because this is bread and butter season now for us. We're going to be going nonstop here throughout the rest. But like Gus said, we got a guest here. So like it's customary here to do whenever it's your first time on. Beast, we're going to ask you 3 simple questions to get you going. All right. Yeah. Very yes or no questions, just to kind of get a feel for the kind of person that you are for the people who don't know you already. All right. So real quick here, Biggie or Tupac?
Well,
No context. You just got to pick one. You got to give me one here.
Biggie.
All right. Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo?
Oh, definitely PlayStation.
Oh, all right. Okay. And what's that? Shula or Riley?
You broke up for a second. What was that?
Last one. Shula or Riley?
Riley, no doubt.
Oh, okay. All right. Ooh. See, so we got a basketball guy here. All right. Good. Awesome, man. So, all right, Beast. Hey, man, welcome, bro. Thanks again for hanging out. We're going to get into some good Canes talk here shortly here in a second. But before we get into that, we wanted to bring back something that we used to do on the radio, something that we used to have a lot of fun with. It was we enjoyed it. I was like, you know what? We need to bring it back. It's called Who's Got the Juice, but we're mixing it up a little bit. It's Who's Got the Juice, or if you want to call out who's the biggest weekend phony, so if you got that going, I don't know. Man, my bad. My signal's breaking up over here.
Oof.
Oh, can you see me?
We can see you. You're just frozen.
This is always our favorite part of the show.
I mean, this is Edwin uses the internet again. I can't. All right. Nothing is moving, but if you guys can hear me, then all right, we'll go. All right. Who wants to go first?
Oh, Lord. I'll go first.
Gus, go for it. Save the day.
My Who's Got the Juice goes to the entire European football transfer market.
Whoa.
It's been freaking lit. More specifically, Messi and Ronaldo for just, man, it's been insane, right? First Messi wins the Copa America, and that picture of him with the trophy is the most liked picture in Instagram history, right?
Okay.
And then he moves to PSG, and PSG followers increases by like 60 million or something crazy like that.
Fair
then
enough.
Ronaldo moves to Man United, goes back home to Man United, and that picture of him going back to Man United is the most liked sports signing picture in the history of Instagram. It's been insane.
All right, solid one there.
Very juicy.
Yeah, that was quite the juice right there. But hey, Right on. I'm all for it. I'll go now before my internet craps out again. How about, all right. I'm giving the juice to a guy that woke up this morning not knowing that he was going to be the new starting quarterback of the New England Patriots, man. McCorkle gets the hose, like our boy Dennis likes to say. Yo, hey, that guy can you get any better than going from Nick Saban, Alabama, to Bill Belichick, to New England, have everything fall on the plate, and everybody's just looking at you like you're the next Tom Brady. You fit the mold. You look like the guy. Like, it's a good day to be McCorkle today, you know?
Silver spoon.
I know. I hate it, but, you know, as a Dolphins fan, but I'm all for it. Good for him, man. He's definitely got the juice to me. So, Achilles, what do you got?
That was going to be my juice. So
Okay.
I'll go with a giant phony. And
Okay.
it's, of course, it's whatever Paul. I don't know which one it is. Whatever douchebag Paul won a fake fight, a decision. Like, what are we doing here?
Bro, wow.
Fight a real boxer for once in your life. Then maybe you can have some respect. Until then, you're a walking... the epitome of phony. If phony became a person, it's that freaking clown.
Nice. All right. Hey, solid. I wasn't expecting you to go after
I was going to say McCorkle, obviously, but I just, again, it was like all on Twitter, all I could see. I tried to avoid it with my life, and it just won't get out of my face. And then again, it wasn't another dud of a fight.
Yeah.
No one really did anything, and he won a decision, bro. Like, is he
right.
going to lose a decision when he's paying everyone? Give me a break, bro.
There you go. All
By
right.
the way,
Well,
Ricky here taking a shot at Ethan.
huh?
Apparently, Ethan has bad internet also.
Yeah, bro. We're probably neighbors.
Probably.
Anyway, Beast. So I don't know if you want to chime in and you want to throw somebody in as who's got your juice, or if you got a phony, man. By all means.
Well, I will say this about the Paul brothers. Like, listen, they aren't real boxers, and you could say they're phony, but you know where they're not phony? In the damn wallet. Because
No, that's fine. Hey, I'm all about people making money.
There's a bunch of people out there paying for the pay-per-view.
Oh.
And
Oh yeah.
listen, welcome to America. Welcome to capitalism. And if there's suckers that are going to buy it and they're going to make money, then hey.
I'm not saying the guy shouldn't make money. That's not what I'm saying. But I don't want to get an alert on ESPN that's saying, "Is this saving boxing?" Because it's not. Get out of my face. Hey, the Kardashians. We can talk crap about them all they want. They're all billionaires. But it doesn't mean we can't talk crap about them because they're useless.
Oh no,
that's what I'm trying to get at. Yeah, I'm never against anyone making money.
They hear your crap and they just throw Benjamins at it. That's
They don't hear my crap because I don't engage. I don't buy it. Like, I'll give them a diss right now and then I'm going to move on.
Got it.
I will say this though. I was surprised at the amount of notifications after the fight on what was it?
Real
last night?
notifications. That's my problem. Is that it's making so much money that now it's going to get legitimized because, like you said, it's America, bro. We're out here everyone's trying to make money.
Huh?
And listen, you know what he's doing? He's paying fighters better than UFC does. I'll give him that too. But he's a piece of trash, and it's not boxing. That's my problem.
There you go, bro. That's how you do it. Thanks, Achilles. Well, Beast, we got you here, man. You are the Canes guy, man. We've been listening to you on the radio for years. You've always spit the truth when it comes to the Canes and with everything down here in South Florida sports, man. But we wanted, hey, this is the big week. We've had this game, circled. We've been looking forward to it. I will say that when this game first got announced, so long ago, and even at the end of last season, I was like, I was kind of dreading this game. Bama's just going to steamroll us. But am I wrong to feel a little optimistic this week? Like maybe kind of?
Define optimistic, like cover the spread optimistic.
Cover the spread optimistic.
Yeah.
We had a whole
like if we're talking about covering the 18.5, like I'm with you on that kind of optimism.
Okay.
If we're talking about winning, let's slow the roll for a little bit. Like, I mean, yes, any given Saturday, anything can happen. Aliens can come down and kidnap Nick Saban, like whatever. But when it comes down to it, despite the discrepancy in experience at the quarterback position, it's like Alabama is just they're on a different level, man. It's not Miami. It's literally almost everybody else in college football. However they're doing it, whatever means they've used, whatever it takes. They're just a different level of talent in football. And, Alabama right now, like of the top 100 players in college football, they've got like 10% of them.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Yeah.
Too.
That's generous. I mean,
So-
probably more.
Yeah. So I mean, that's just the facts of it. Now, just big picture, can Miami hang for a while? Yeah. But when it comes down to it, Nick Saban's is gonna find a way. And to me, this sounds stupid because
Welcome to the show.
I mean, this like I'm thinking this and I'm hearing myself talk to myself in my head, and it sounds completely stupid because I've been a Canes fan since the late 70s, early 80s, and it's play anyone, anytime, anywhere. Don't back down. Don't be scared. All of that stuff. I'm not talking about that S word that everyone uses. I'm just talking about listen, man, you play. I'll be more cliche. You play to win the game, right? But at this point in Miami's progression or regression or wherever Miami is as a program, considering this is not a conference game, another thing I never thought I'd hear myself say, because back when we were trolling the Big East and what have you, it was like, oh, who cares about conferences? We care about championships.
Yeah.
But now that you realize that you got to win the conference and do something before you can talk anything, I'm just happy if Miami doesn't get steamrolled. Just don't get embarrassed.
Yeah.
And move on to the rest of your schedule. That's where I'm at with this game. And listen, if they happen to pull off a miracle of an upset, I do the Pepto-Bismol thing when they get hammered. God knows what I do if they win this game. Probably something that would get me arrested.
I was about to say it'd be like a real deal Miami night if
yeah. I mean, there'll be drugs I've never tried being consumed. The neighbors are going to probably have to call multiple law enforcement agencies. It'll just be an issue. I was going to go to the game. The Delta variant has prevented that from happening. So I will be watching it at home like the rest of you. And I just want Miami not to get embarrassed. And I'm sad. I'm sorry, and I'm sad that I'm saying that.
Well, let me ask you. All right, so when was it? When were we having the if the Canes can cover the spread text battle that we had with Gus? Because Achilles and we jumped on Gus. Gus went to Vegas last week, right? And he was at the sports book, and he was having a good time, enjoying himself. And he all of a sudden he's hitting us up with yo, I think the Canes can cover. And I'm like, wait, what is this? This guy, we never talk about point spreads. It's never, I'm like, what? You go to Vegas one time, you come back, you're trying to give us some gambling advice. And Achilles quickly is like, no, man, this isn't happening. Not a chance. They're going to get steamrolled. I'm pulling out the last two games against Clemson where we've scored 10 points and been outscored by 100. But Gus is consistent. He keeps, Gus, are you still feeling like the Canes can cover, or are you wavering a bit?
Brian, what did you say the point spread was in the beginning of the show?
I believe it's 18.5.
18.5. When I was in Vegas, it was 20.5, which means that Vegas is now liking the Canes a little bit more.
No, that's not Vegas is anything. It just you realize the line is completely related to where the money is coming in on and what Vegas has to do to make bank. So they move the line accordingly as the money comes in. So if more money is coming in, then they're going to lower the line or raise the line depending on where that line is going, right? So Vegas doesn't like anybody. They just want to make money, is the deal. But I mean, I think I looked today, it was 18.5 on the spread and 61.5 on the total. I'm tempted to take Miami and the under, but some would say that is completely stupid, and I might as well just take my money and throw it into the lake outside my house.
Damn, it's the under on 61.
I like the under. Because Bama's got a freshman quarterback.
Well, my thinking is if I believe the Canes are going to cover, that means that it's not going to be like a 58-50 game. That's not how it's going to happen, right? Yeah. So
Getting some love there.
Yeah, there's Mandingo who constantly just wants to take my picture with the Kodak camera. Yeah, see, there we go. There's the picture. See, I knew it. Manny, I love you, buddy, but enough with the pictures, man. We've been doing this for 30 years. Yeah, so if the Canes are going to cover, then it has to be not a low-scoring game, but it can't be like a ridiculous runaway from both sides, right? That's not going to happen. Nick Saban wouldn't let that happen. And if Miami's going to be in it, it's going to be because of a defensive performance where they intercept a quarterback that doesn't have a ton of experience, has thrown like 20-something passes in his entire career. So that's why if I feel strong enough that the Canes are going to cover, well, then I have to feel like it, maybe could go under. That's my only thinking. That doesn't mean I have any chance with that bet, but that's what's going into it.
Yeah, so you mentioned the defense, and last year that was obviously an issue, including getting, over 500 yards, getting ran on by North Carolina. Do you think with the extra year and all the changes and all that, is the defense going to be able to elevate enough just in this season, not necessarily for this game, but just for this season, or is it going to be same old?
Listen, I think the front 3 or 4 are going to be improved. I'm completely worried about the linebacker situation. That scares me to no end, which does not help you in your run, in stopping the run. Yeah. I like the defensive backfield, but again, if they're making plays in the run game, that again is a problem because that means they're getting to the second, third line of the defense. It's hard to know. It's one of those things like I'm really, I've been reading all the reports from camp and all this stuff, but none of that. Like, I'll just tell you right off the bat, like, I don't trust anything until I see it against another team under the lights, with fans in the stands and not at camp empty against your own team and all that stuff. So I would like to tell you that I think the defense is going to be better, but until I see them actually do it, I can't believe that. I mean, I would like to think that performance. What did North Carolina have? Like 7 running backs that ran over 1,000 yards.
About right. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
I think you're underselling it, but somewhere around there.
Yeah. Somewhere around there. But I hope that's not par for the course. And certainly if a guy is going to have a running game that's going to exploit poor run defense, is going to be Nick Saban.
Exactly. Everyone keeps like, oh, they have the young quarterback, but it's like, but they've
but Nick Saban
quarterbacks before.
Nick Saban will hide that quarterback and just pound you with the run.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And at any chance. So we'll know right off the bat in this game if Miami has any chance of having a solid run defense better than last year, and they better, because you can't win in college football if you can't stop the run. At least, it's a different story if you're playing in the Pac-12 or, if you're Hawaii or something else. But in big boy college football here in the East, like, you got to be able to stop the run.
So, okay, our regular Canes guy is Keyshawn Davis, used to be a former player, and he's our boy. He's been so caught up with Highlight. He's just all about Magic City hustle and being a movie star, and all this stuff. So we had him on. We asked him, like, yo, what's going on with the Canes? Who should we look out for? What past Alabama? What could we look forward to? And he gave us nothing. He's been so disconnected. So I'm going to ask you the same question I asked him. Okay, let's separate the Alabama game. All right, you said it's not a conference game. We're looking for moral victories there, right? Okay, we're moving on. What can Canes fans look forward to this season? Is there something you're really excited? Is there a player that you're really like jacked up that maybe we're not talking about because we're all focused on Alabama? But what are you looking forward to here?
Besides Lou Hedley.
Wow, we're starting with the punter, man.
The guy's a legend.
First of all, he's like 63 years old.
Yeah. He's my older brother, and I'm 40.
He could take all 4 of us.
Yep.
With his eyes closed, and he's just a badass. So I'm always going to give it up to him. There's another Borregales brother, so that's to look at. But no, for reals. the thing I'm most excited about is just Derek King being back and hopefully being recovered from that injury, because I really think he could have a special year. I'm not going to go and give him awards and all of that stuff, but he's one of the most experienced quarterbacks in college football. He has a head on his shoulders like I haven't seen in a while, and he's somebody that really can be special. Now, if he gets the talent around him, if he gets an offensive line that can actually do something, and you hope that a maturity of a guy like Corey Gaynor at center really gets this offensive line to take the next step. With Donaldson having another year on him, and Zion coming into his own, you hope that this offensive line can bring to the level that gives Derek King time to do his thing back there. And then, to be honest with you, I'm really looking for one of these receivers, and I'm kind of rooting for Mike Harley to take it to the next level and be a game-changing Miami Hurricane wide receiver, a guy that no matter where the ball is, no matter what's going on or who's covering him, the ball gets into his hands and he makes a play, especially with yards after catch, because Miami has always had that kind of wide receiver in the past, and that's what they definitely need it. I mean, it would be easy for me to say, yeah, Will Mallory at tight end is going to make the next leap or what have you, or Cameron Harris is going to be a great running back, and that could be true. But what I really am rooting for this team is to have a game-breaking wide receiver, and whether it's Rambo shows you something or Smith or what have you. But I'm really rooting for Mike Harley to have a great season. That, like, if you ask me, like, who am I rooting for the most on this team, it's Mike Harley, because I believe that he can be a game-breaking wide receiver consistently.
All right. Do you have a take on the running backs? Because I saw Cameron Harris and Chaney. Those guys are looking like they're going to split the
well, no, Harris is your number one, and then it's Chaney or Rooster Knighton at your. I mean, Miami's going to rotate those running backs. They always do, and they have Don Solinger used to be the running backs coach. Will always tell you need three. So those three guys are the top three on the depth chart. You're gonna need all three of them, and I expect them all to have good years.
You think it'll be anything like when we had the three-headed monster?
Let's stop. Like, we have to stop. Like, that's another thing. Like, we got to stop trying to compare every team to like the best teams ever. Okay, so like let's just take it for what it is. And like, let's not like, hey, if this guy's like, Clinton Portis or Frank Gore, or if this guy's like Andre Johnson or just enough of that.
Is this the next Gino Torretta? Like, we need to know, But I mean, you mentioned the dominant wide receiver. We haven't had that for a while, and I'm struggling to think since Andre Johnson, have we had anybody like that kind of have fit that role?
There's been really good. There's been guys that have had breakout years at wide receiver. It's just, be quiet, watch. But I just you just want to. You're used to what you think. Here's what bothers me. You're literally recruiting in the area of the country that produces more athleticism than anywhere else in the country, right? Like, look down every NFL roster, and when you see the athlete, he's from South Florida, right?
Yeah.
And Miami needs to be able to produce those guys. If you want to talk Hall of Famer, Andre Johnson is the last one. But like, there's been plenty of great talent that Miami have had. It's been a few years since that's come up, and they need to get back to producing that. And I'm not trying to put Mike Harley into some future NFL Hall of Fame category. I just want him to be consistently good.
Yeah, just have a good college season. That's all we can ask for any of these guys.
I would like Miami to have a go-to wide receiver, somebody that Derek King can find him on the field and throw the ball to him, and he catches it and turns upfield.
And not asking for a Biletnikoff Award winner here, just give me somebody who's just consistent, man,
Right.
Now, you mentioned that we have all this talent pool down here in South Florida. This is what it's all about, and you could see it in rosters across the league and everything like that.
Yeah.
Do you think? Because I believe this whole NIL thing that's going on with finally, paying some of these athletes and some of these kids what they're worth and stuff. I mean, now the Canes can actually do what they were doing before, and paying people and doing this stuff more openly and not get in trouble.
For Miami, it actually evens the playing field because. If you look at the SEC, whatever cheating you think Miami was doing, trust me when I tell you it paled in comparison to whatever the hell is going on in the SEC.
So that guy right down there, he's an Auburn Tiger, just so you know.
I'm sure, but I don't want to start naming names, LSU, but if almost, but. If there's schools that are operating outside of the norm, they were in the SEC, but now it gives Miami a chance to operate on an even playing field because we are in a major metropolitan area that has plenty of companies and lots of money. Whether that's legitimate money or not. I mean, there's all sorts of shell companies.
We've all seen Cocaine Cowboys. We know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. We all saw Cocaine Cowboys, Kings of Miami. So if, however, that money under legitimate circumstances can get to Miami players, that helps the Canes in recruiting because, you can get your bag and head off to Oxford, but what's going to happen after that? Freaking Cougars tire company is gonna,
I've been to Oxford twice and it's not great.
Right, you know what I'm saying? This is where you can, maybe a Bacardi steps in or a cruise line, or the Panthers are paying De'Aaron King. I mean, there's legitimate money down here to be made if you come to Miami, and I think it evens the playing field a little bit.
So how big of a deal do you think it was that as soon as the NIL news drops, the very first name that you hear is De'Aaron King, Miami Hurricanes, and he's spreading the wealth amongst his teammates? How big of a deal is that for recruiting?
Oh, it's huge. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge. I mean, I just think it's not surprising because De'Aaron King he's likable. He's got a good head on his shoulders. He's a great kid. He's personable. He's definitely a dude you want involved with your company, right? And the fact that he's spreading the wealth around and taking care of everybody else, and that's what you want, right? Because not every one of these kids is going to get their own deal with a company, but Miami's got a couple of sponsors that are sponsoring the entire team, and from number 1 to number 83 is going to get something. That's a great deal. I think it's a great thing. I think it helps a team like Miami. It's going to help a team like USC. It's going to help teams that are in big cities with plenty of businesses, plenty of money. And I think it's a great thing that has happened in college football. And then we just need to, I'm getting my MBA, by the way. So
nice.
It's actually a double graduate degree, MBA media management. Props to my new second alma mater, Lynn University up in Boca. But
I'm the only one here without a master's now. Great, just me and my bachelor. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, listen, man, I'm 45 and I never thought I would need another degree, but then a pandemic and corporate radio happened. So there you go. I did a whole case study on the money in college football, and you could literally pay every single Division I athlete if you just wanted to spread it evenly and not even take into account who's the quarterback and who's the last player on the women's rowing team. Every Division I athlete could make something like $15,000-$16,000, and all of the schools will still have enough money to cover all their operating budgets, and there'd still be a surplus. So think about that. And you're saying to yourself, $15,000 isn't a lot, but if you're a kid in college, $15,000 to go to the movies, or get a slice of pizza, or hang with your friends, rent a car, lease a car, whatever it takes, that's a lot. So there's so much money in college football. It's about time that we get to the point where these kids can live lives, because you know what? If I'm not a college football player or a college athlete, I can go get a job. I can go support myself when I'm in school. I can make money to live outside of my dorm room. And even the dude that's getting a full ride for chemistry can go get a job and have a life. But these college athletes can't. So we're hurting them because they're taking on this huge responsibility of being a student athlete. It's stupid. But hopefully we get to that point.
No, it really is.
Right.
Sorry for taking you down a tangent you didn't know you were going.
Hey, it's all good, man. See, I was gonna say that, at least now with all this NIL money, you could just be like, yo, you can cruise in the Ferrari on South Beach and not feel guilty about it, with all these kids, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can do that stuff like before they used to have to worry about it. So Beast, before we let you go, all right, so we talking, we got some Kane stuff in here. Let's do hacky radio here. I know you miss it. Let's do give us a prediction. What do you think they're gonna cover? You got a score in mind? What do you got?
By the way, I do miss radio, and congrats to my boy Brendan Tobin for winning New Times best talk radio personality. Well deserved. I think he's a genius. I miss those guys every day, so I do miss that. I don't miss hacky radio.
Edwin lives for hacky radio. Me and Gus try to fight him all the time, and we lose every single time.
I just like annoying them, but yeah.
I mean, I don't want to do score prediction. It's like, again,
I'm just messing with you. Don't worry, dude. These guys hate it. And I can never get him to do it, so I'm not going to make you.
This is the closest I will get to hacky, which is on the season. And it's not even just being hacky. I give Miami, I'll give them a loss against Alabama, and I'm fine with that. Like, okay, that's cool. Like, I don't take that away from anything. But go lose a stupid ACC game because you just decided that, the field was too wet or the wind was blowing like more than a mile an hour or something.
Oh, we're due for that, yeah.
Like some stupid region, whether it's North Carolina or Virginia, whatever. Like, if you go do that, like I'm going to break appliances. Like when Miami is a real competitor in this conference is when they don't blow a stupid game. Now, listen, get into a game, you get into a firefight with North Carolina, and it's back and forth, and you lose on a last minute field goal, but you tried your ass off. Totally awesome, right? But you get mollywopped by a Virginia just because you just didn't feel like, putting your big boy pants on that day. Get that crap out of my life. So I give Miami 10-2 on the year, and anything less than that, and again, unless it's an act of God and something happens on a last second play. But do not give me crap losses, please.
Oh, man.
Please.
We're due for it though. Like it's a given, bro. You know what I mean?
All last year, every time we talked, every single game was a trap game.
Every single game. We're always due for it.
I was talking to a source inside the U today, someone that works deep inside. And just about the schedule and whatever. And they were like, Michigan State coming down, this could be a good win for us. And I was like, are they ranked? No. Well, like, great. They're different colors. We don't see them that often, but like, they're not ranked. You should beat them. This shouldn't be like a surprise. This shouldn't be some sort of like, hey, we beat a team from the Big Ten. Like, like enough of that. Okay. Like, I don't need that in my life.
Tell you, man, we're due for it, unfortunately, and we haven't been proven otherwise for the last I don't know how many years. But all right, last thing here, if you can only pick one, a successful, let's say Kane's successful season, really high up there, conference championship, or are you taking a Patriots Super Bowl trip with Oracle? Come on, can't let you off easy, bro. Tupac and Biggie, that was easy. You know what I mean? Those are easy questions here.
Listen, I grew up as a Patriots fan that was going to games when no one else was there at what was Sullivan Stadium, Schaefer Stadium, that it became Foxborough Stadium. They sucked. They were horrible. The fridge scored 2 touchdown on us. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life. We did beat the Dolphins that year, so squish the fish. But ever since then, or ever since Tom Brady, like we've been lucky to win a lot of rings. I have enough rings for more than one hand. Oh, yeah. So I'm okay if the Patriots have a couple down years. I'd rather my Hurricanes get back into the glory. So I will take a Canes great season over the Patriots right now any day.
That's what's up.
I'm all for it, bro. I like that.
Yeah.
Man of the people. Beast, man, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Anytime.
Awesome. Hey, tell people where they can follow you if they don't already follow you, man.
So I'm all over the socials, wherever you want to find me, at Miami Radio Beast, which would be awkward if I moved to Tulsa or something. But I don't want to lose. I'm snobby, and I don't want to lose my blue check mark.
Oh, of course.
And also check out my YouTube channel. I'm all over the place on there. I could do sports hot take one day, and then interview, somebody about their cancer journey another day. It's everywhere. So look me up on the YouTube. Brian the Beast London. The Beast On is my YouTube channel. And who knows where I might be or when. Sometime soon. You never know.
Awesome, man. Hey, you're always welcome here, bro. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for hanging out with us, and have a good night, bro.
Peace, dudes. Go Canes.
Be good, bro.
All right.
Yeah, there we go. That was the wonderful. Right. Big thanks. Big shout outs to the Beast, man. Finally been listening to that guy on the radio for so many years, and finally just to sit down and talk to him. It's always cool, man. Love what kind of opportunities open up for us here, and he
really is the Canes guy in Miami, bro.
He is, bro. Like they did all Canes radio is always there. I saw pictures of him with hair on the sidelines. Oh man, I should have brought that up. Damn it! I saw pictures of him with hair on the sidelines at Canes games back in the day, like in the Dorsey years. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude is an OG, man. When it comes to Canes stuff, bro, like that's as reliable a source and as good a source as you want. But anyway, good talk. Big thank you to him. And again, and also congrats to Tobin, man. Friend of the show, friend of ours. Yeah, winning.
He's right there.
Oh, yeah. You can see him right in between you guys.
Oh, yeah.
That was totally on purpose.
That's it right there. Look at that.
Edwin is so good at Photoshop that he dropped that Easter egg right before we went live.
Yeah, that's right. We got all these little Easter eggs in the background here. I forget about it, man. If you look down in the bottom corner underneath Gus, there's a little Bernard over there when he did that little skit in between Dwayne Wade and Mike. But anyway, man, big thanks to him and congrats to Tobin, our friend. And we're back, after taking last week off.
Yeah.
Oh, I got stuck again. Oh, there it is. I'm back. We took last week off. It's football season. It's college football season. I'm excited. Like, this is it, guys. Like, right now, we wouldn't have football until, February or something every weekend?
Until February, yeah.
Right? Like, you smell that? Tastes good. Ooh.
This is not an ASMR fucking podcast.
Oh, man.
We lost viewership.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
You never know.
Hey, yeah, bro.
We
telling
lost
you, man.
one and gained another.
Hey, OnlyFans said that they're keeping the porn on, so you know what I mean? Maybe they still have some opportunities there. But anyway, big thank you to Dennis behind the scenes. Dennis, you're welcome to join us whenever you want, bro. You know how it is. I know you were hanging out there and time traveling and planning your next move. But right. But man, I love Achilles. The fact that you have him as Dennis Aquino, solid, bro. Such a solid move right there, man. Like,
I forget what his last name is because I have him as Aquino in my
phone. Oh man, it's so funny. I do like that we brought back Who's Got the Juice. That felt good to get that in there, man. Good times. But now, bro, hey, we teased about it a little bit, and we talked to we asked him if he would go Patriots or Canes. He went Canes, but we're gonna talk a little football. What's wrong with Miami fans, Achilles? Like, can we just start there? Like,
they're the worst.
Why are we the worst fans of all?
No, Dolphin fans.
Dolphin fans, yeah, Miami fans. I meant the Dolphins.
I don't know why. I can't explain it. I love Twitter. It's my favorite thing in the world, and I don't want to open it because I know there's just going to be some stupid crap that they're saying. And like I said, everyone's like, "Oh, you're a Tua hater," and I've explained it's nothing against him. Yeah. The problem is the fans. They're way too into it.
So wait, hold on, because now I'm confused. What's your beef here?
Well, do you want to go on the whole Tua thing?
No, we're going on the Watson. We're going on the Watson. Let's start there.
And it's not just, this is a nationwide thing. I get it. It's a 24-hour news cycle, so you have to talk about stuff. But the fact that anyone is talking about anything football related when it comes to Deshaun Watson is really disgusting to me.
Okay.
It should be no. That's it. That should be the answer. Not, well, if he gets exonerated and for the right price and blah, blah, blah. Oh, and this is an indictment on Tua. Like, bro, no.
I'm with you, bro.
You know what they say? There's smoke, there's fire. Well, with him, where there's fire, there's probably more fire, bro. 22 is not, like I said, if you were drunk one day and you got a DUI, whatever, man. Everyone has a good time sometimes. You can let it go. But this, bro, like, there should be, like I said, and everyone's doing it, not just Miami radio and social media. It's everywhere.
Bam,
and it drives me insane that they always go, well, obviously no, but it's like, no, bro, like figure something else to talk about. You can do it. There's other things to talk about the Dolphins. I guarantee it.
You're so on the money. Because here's my gripe is that everybody's talking about this while omitting this giant elephant in the room. Everybody's like, oh, weird. So the Dolphins, and I'm talking national radio and on the local radio in some cases too, although we hardly have any left. But they were talking, especially on the national radio, which is what I'm listening to the big shows. I kind of, change it down a little bit here and there. And they're like, oh, well, the news coming out of Saturday night, Twitter was ablaze because the rumor was that Deshaun Watson's number one trade commodity or potential landing spot was the Miami Dolphins and this and that and that. And they were talking about it like strictly on football terms. Yeah,
that's my thing.
And there's this giant elephant in the room, and they're just totally talking around it like, no, it's okay. It's okay. It's not going to happen. They're not acknowledging it whatsoever. They're and in some cases, some of the people were actually saying, okay, we'll separate this giant sexual allegations and all that stuff, and let's talk about the football. Who gives a shit about the football, dude?
Seriously. Why would you even entertain that? I don't get it.
I don't know, man.
And like I said, and that's the thing on Twitter with the fans that's driving me crazy. Yeah. Is they're like, this is so disrespectful to Tua. It's like, who gives a shit, dude?
Look at Dennis. Dennis is saying that he's on the stream. Look at that.
Like, bro, all you care about is, they're disrespecting Tua because they're going to bring in another quarterback, not that they're embarrassing an entire city because they're going to get a serial accused rapist as your quarterback, bro. Like,
now he might be innocent. He might be innocent. Like that. I'll say that. But again, like you said, where there's fire like that, there's probably even more fire. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, why have...
Oh, geez, we lost him.
Why have we gone through all this trouble to rebuild, to do everything the right way, to instill a culture here, to all of a sudden... And you got a guy, look, bro, you might not be sold on Tua, maybe. But if you're on this Dolphins staff right now and management and you're not sold on Tua, first off, there's a fucking problem with you right there because none of you guys are old regime guys. It's not like Tua's an old regime guy. These guys have been around for a little bit and they collectively said, hey, we're going to draft Tua. That seems like a good thing. Yeah, good. Yeah, you like that? All right, we're drafted Tua, You did your homework. You did everything you needed to do. So all of a sudden to now, a year after, you've seen something that you're like someone's dangling this thing that's so tainted in front of you that you're even entertaining it. The fact that you're entertaining it and the fact that Flores, of all people, who I'm pissed off at, okay?
Well, hey, supposedly he said it today in a team meeting.
Doesn't matter. He had a chance to squish these rumors at all these press conferences, and he never did. He never once just came out and say, look, we're not interested in that guy.
Listen, you guys are like, oh, I love that he's a Belichick guy, blah, blah, blah. And then he acts like Belichick, and you get all pissed off.
No, but you got it, bro. Like,
I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it's right, but you can't go, oh, Brian Flores, he's, like he's from that school. And then you get pissed off when he does that kind of shit.
Also, some of those things might be above his pay grade, and he has to,
No.
Yes, it can be. Yes, it can be, bro.
It could be, but then the problem is even bigger if you're putting this guy out there, to just be the punching bag for everybody, and everybody's gonna accuse him because you're forcing him to. Like, no, that's even a more fucked up situation. But
that's every coach. Every coach in the league is the face of the organization when it comes to press conferences and shit like that.
And they always gotta lie. They're like the press secretary for the president. You know they're lying.
Yeah. I get you. Look,
he's Jen Psaki. He's Jen Psaki right now.
Well, hold on, Zachy. Maybe I think maybe more little Sean Spicer. You know what I mean? Right now with this kind of stuff.
There's levels, but when they come out there, they can't tell you everything. Bro.
Yeah, exactly. You know. But I'll say this, like, man, this is like I'm really honestly like legit. And you know me, I've been on the Tua train. I'll give props to Gus. Mm-hmm. Gus was the first one at the beginning of the year, I think, who said, "You know who I think the Dolphins should go after? I think they should go after Deshaun Watson." And we all laughed at him.
It was last year. He predicted it.
I know. Last year, whenever it was, we laughed at him, and then all of a sudden, when we were on the radio, like there was some
pre-allegations. By the way.
Oh, dude, pre-allegations, bro. I was the number one guy. Get everyone out of here. I traded Tua. I traded Davian Howard. I traded everybody before that.
You guys were on that. Ricky J. Mark, absolutely right. Took Flores way too long to speak, man, and I'm really disappointed in that. I'll say this: you two were all aboard, and you were like, "Yeah, Watson." I was the staunch. I've been the Tua flag waving guy from start to finish.
Tua could be dead, and you'd still be like, "I think he should be our starting quarterback." Bro.
That's the best I've ever seen throwing a football left-handed. Okay, I'm all about the dude, and I've been, because the dude is just like. He does everything right. He's the kind of guy you want. I see Russell Wilson. I see Drew Brees. I see a lot of stuff, obviously, because of the short stature. But you know what I mean? I see a lot of like good things with him. And all of a sudden, here we are, as talented as Deshaun Watson is. Even before the allegations, I was like, no, man, we can't give up on this dude. We gotta, you gotta keep on him. And
we clowned you for like a month straight because that's all was going on.
Yeah, it was always going on, and rightfully so. It was good content. But I'm still like, I'm still defending, and I can't believe people are here going like, man, Deshaun Watson. So I've even heard people say, well, he's not going to get suspended, and he's not going to go to any court thing till next year. So you can get him for a year, and if you win the Super Bowl, it's totally worth it. Yeah, get that, bro. Like that's the kind of shit that I've been hearing, man. Like,
listen, we all have
stuff.
We all have blind spots when it comes to art and entertainment that we support, and maybe the people or the causes aren't great. Yeah. You know what I mean? We all have it, but this is so egregious. This isn't maybe this happened, or like I said, he got caught doing drugs. Whatever it is, there's things you can look past. You know what I mean? But this is not something you can look past. You know what I mean? I loved R. Kelly with all my heart. I removed everything. I got rid of everything ever. I haven't listened to an R. Kelly song in years, bro. Because no.
Oh, man. Achilles was bumping that Space Jam soundtrack, bro.
Like, honestly, like, it was my favorite shit. And like this, I got rid of it. I don't listen to Michael Jackson music anymore on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, I try. There's certain things where you're like, no, bro. Like, there's a limit.
Oh God, that's the best. Thank you.
Achilles, he's like on hashtag Team Mr. Biggs.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. I accidentally clicked on something here. You can't acquire a radioactive acid that could blow up your entire situation, especially when you have someone already here. Yeah. Dance with the girl you came to dance with, not the loose cheerleader. Perfect. I like that. Juanqui says, Watson case being investigated by the FBI for extortion.
It's just unbelievable. The FBI, it's two different counties and the FBI, bro. Yeah. What are we doing?
It could very well be, the FBI, extortion.
I think the FBI is investigating that he is being extorted. Is what he's saying.
Okay, that's
and I haven't heard that. That's the first I hear of that.
There's been precedent for
that. It's true.
Yeah, it's true.
It's true. Yeah. Well, not all of them.
But I think in cases like that, there's always those types of investigations because they have to leave every stone unturned. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's pretty absurd when 22 women come up and say, "Oh yeah, this happened." Like
the way I look at it is, are all 22 telling the truth? I'm not gonna say that. But dog, what are the odds that?
But even if one is telling the truth,
that's what I'm saying. If they're 20,
you don't want that.
The odds are at least a few of them are telling the truth. I mean, 22. This isn't one girl who made this accusation. We're not about 22 women.
Yeah. And I'm surprised there I'm surprised there aren't like attorney commercials on TV, like class action lawsuit. Did you give Deshaun Watson a massage? Call us.
Did he hit up your DMs with some creepy bullshit? Let's nail this piece of shit.
and that's another thing. Like,
And mesothelioma too.
Let's say, just put this out there. Let's say all 22 women are lying, right? Let's just
This is the greatest conspiracy in the history of history.
Exactly. How smart are you? You have to worry about Deshaun Watson's mentality when apparently this man wasn't hiring actually licensed masseuses. Like, he wasn't going to actual women wearing the scrubs and you know what I'm saying? Like, actually, like, no.
Massage envy.
He was getting women off Instagram.
These are masseuses.
Yeah.
You know, we'll just use it loosely here.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I don't, if
he's
anybody,
putting himself in that position, I mean,
bro, if anybody is Team Deshaun Watson right now, bro, just tattoo, QBing on yourself. Like,
and somebody upset me yesterday because they were comparing it to the whole. They're saying, oh, if I'm against Deshaun Watson coming to Miami, I gotta be against Xavier Howard because of his allegation. But it's a different thing. What Xavier Howard is accused of doing is totally messed up. But the thing is, he's already on the team. You got to let that investigation play out. You got to see what happens. In this case, you're talking about a dude who's being accused by over 20 women of sexual misconduct, who's on another team, and you're going to go out and actively pursue this man and give up a king's ransom to bring him over?
Yeah.
No,
insane.
You got to get mind. Like, if Tua, God forbid, it's Tua in 2 years, he's on the team. You got to see what happens, and if it turns out it's true, you got to let him go. But to actually go out and acquire somebody who's being accused of it, like, wow, you're crazy.
Yeah, that's been my stance with guys like Greg Hardy or Tyreek Hill or Kareem Hunt. I don't want them on my real team. I don't draft them on fucking fantasy teams. Like, no, bro, I'm not. So my thing is, when people let this kind of stuff go, it just makes it easier for the next person to do the same fucked up shit. And that's my whole thing. Can I stop every crime from happening? No. But if there's one little thing where I can, step up and try to not give someone money or not make it okay, then I'm going to try and do that. You know what I mean?
Can we take it? Hold on. Let's just take a second here to acknowledge how much Dennis has spoken here. I love it. I love that this has riled Dennis up enough to come out and be like,
me outside. How about that?
Exactly, bro. Keep it going, Dennis. I'm all for it. Give me some more.
Every case is different, right? Everybody, like, we have a bunch of, let's be real, we got a bunch of legal problems in the NFL with players, but every case is different. You got to look at every case differently. Does somebody maybe deserve a second chance? Yeah, you can't say somebody doesn't deserve a second chance if they change. But we're talking about 22 women.
Yeah, there's no recovery from that, bro. Exactly.
God knows how many more there are.
That's what I'm saying. Where there's fire, he's a fucking California wildfire at this point, bro.
Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
And to put himself in that position.
And it's like, 20. Let's say all 22 are proven to be false. And now all of a sudden he's going to be the guy who had to prove 22 women that he didn't rape 22 women. You know what I mean? Like, that's just it's not going to go away. Like, why? Why are we bringing this? And Ricky J. Mark is absolutely right. Sort this out in your own house. Don't only bring more drama inside.
Yeah, exactly. Everybody's talking about, you can't root for players with character issues. Nobody was trying to trade for Michael Irvin when he got caught up in the 90s. Nobody was trying to trade for Ray Lewis in the middle of a murder trial. This is crazy. And for people to now be like, we need to go after Deshaun Watson because we can get him cheap. Are you crazy?
Love it.
And you can't get him cheap.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the thing. We're giving up everything. Like, come on, man. Like, if it was that, if they were saying, like, look, a couple of third-round picks, then, like, oh, come on. Like, but no, it's like, give up everything. And then hope he stays here.
We'll work it out that if he gets suspended for 8 games, and instead of a 2, it'll become a 3.
And you got to pay him. And you're paying him.
Great.
And they don't want Tua back. They don't want Tua in the deal.
Instead of three number ones, it's only 2. And that's my favorite one. Oh, he hasn't been charged yet. Okay.
Bro.
It's called an investigation.
I love it, Dennis. I love it. Let that fire burn in you, baby. I love it. Tua didn't have an offseason due to COVID. 1 year off football due to injury. He had no wide receiver. You got to give him a full season. Absolutely right. Absolutely right, Wonky.
I agree.
No doubt, man. We
don't need Watson, bro. If Tua doesn't work out, we got Reed Sinnett sitting in the cut, baby.
Let's go.
They cut him today.
No, but he's gonna be on the practice squad, bro.
They're bringing
cut him today.
Yeah, practice squad.
They're gonna try to get him on the practice squad, but I don't know how.
So wait, who's our backup then? Who's backing up Tua?
Jacoby Brissett.
Jacoby Brissett. Yeah, that's right. My bad. Oh man, I understand why Robert Kraft would want him. Yeah. You know, he'd be.
Can you imagine the Patriots trading? I mean, I'm just putting something.
No, they're all in on McCorkle, bro. They just gave him the juice. Dude. I just gave him the juice.
Imagine the jokes if the Patriots trade for Deshaun Watson.
Oh man, you gotta love it, dude.
But that's another thing. Just because you go and pay someone to give you a tug job, that's whatever, bro. But when you're preying on people, it's completely different. That's not the issue, even if it's not real masseuses. But if you bring them in under the context of, yeah, I just want a massage, and then you sexually assault them, that's a lot different than, hey, I want someone to tug on me, bro. Whatever, bro. That's up to you. That's the thing. Like, if that comes out that that's their favorite thing, you can be on my team. I don't give a shit.
Dennis does not endorse anything Achilles just said.
No.
I'm also the person who said that cocaine's all right, so whatever.
No. Yeah, he doesn't endorse the cocaine, the legalized cocaine guy. Okay. You know, it is what it is. All right, let's stop for a second here. And the other big news that came out this weekend, or came out today, you know, which ironically enough, if we were on the radio still, we wouldn't have been able to break that story because I think it broke right after we would have been off the air. Unfortunately, again. Cam Newton, your boy, Cam. Your first available. Yeah, he's available.
Free.
Yeah, Houston, you can pick him up.
Listen, man, you guys know I love him, obviously. He brought me a national championship. One of the great years of my entire life was that championship year. But I said before he got to New England that he was cooked. I'm not saying he's bad or nothing, but the guy was cooked before he got there. Yeah. His arm doesn't work. He played the game like a running back, and he has had the shelf life of a running back.
Yeah.
And again, the guy was an MVP of the league, almost won a Super Bowl. I'm not saying that wasn't great, but at this point in his career, he showed you that his arm just doesn't work anymore. Yeah. He can't run the same way.
I don't know why he hasn't gone to Germany to get that same thing that Kobe Bryant got, bro.
I know he needs a Kobe surgery.
Yeah,
get blood transfusion. The blood spinning shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'll tell you this much though with Cam. I was doing some research on it, and first off, I didn't know this. Cam has never had back-to-back winning seasons. That's crazy to think. You know, for a guy who's we've thought of as being on top of his game for so long.
Yeah, Carolina is a shitty franchise. Dude.
Yeah. I think also
name one player that was on that team that he took to the Super Bowl.
Oh, I can't name anybody. There was some fat wide receiver that they had. Huh?
Was he? But if he was there, he was at the tail end of his career. Maybe.
Yeah, I think Steve Smith was a Raven at that time. I don't even think he was.
That's what I'm saying. Like, damn. Again, I'm always going to defend Cam, bro. Like, people need. He gets way too much hate. But people are making like a big deal, like, "Wow, I can't believe he got cut. He can't play football." Like,
well, here's the other part of what I was looking. Apparently, I was looking into this today, and apparently the issue was he was already on thin ice because of his performance and everything with the Patriots, right? Yeah. And they were trying to give him every opportunity. They were trying to give him, a chance. Oh, there we go, wonky. Greg Olsen, that's somebody who was on those Panther teams.
Again, but at the end of his, that's fine. But at the end of the tail end again.
What's it called?
He missed a week of practice just because.
Who?
Is that true? Cam Newton, like recently.
No, here's the thing. He missed practice because COVID. The dude is an anti-vaxxer. Okay,
he got COVID last year.
He got COVID last year. Has still not gotten the vaccine and has been so against it. And apparently, from what I was reading into it, the the vaccine stuff was the last straw. Like, they were putting up with everything else, and they're like, "Look, we're gonna get." And at the end, they were like, "Look, the rule is you got to get a vaccine. You got to do this. It's mandated, or if not, things are going to be so much worse for it. And on top of it, you've basically caught COVID twice, because that's what's happened. And you've cost us time, you've cost us energy, and we got this kid over here. You just made the decision to start him a lot easier. And that's essentially what happened. It was actually the tipping point was that. So and now you went from being a starting quarterback who didn't want to get a vaccine to now being an unemployed starting quarterback who doesn't want to get a vaccine. That's going to make it even harder because people are going to know what's going on here. You know what I'm saying?
He has a spot in the Bills waiting for him because they don't give a fuck about that, dude.
Oh, for sure. Knowing what he knows about his subsequent injuries, do you think he dives for that ball late in the Super Bowl loss back in 2016? I wanted them to win so badly. Yeah. I think, yeah, for sure. I think he would have definitely tried, considering that he hasn't even sniffed that. You know, that was the peak Cam, and it's been all downhill after that. Yeah, the FDA approved, so it should be able to mandate. It's just like anything else. I think there's a lot of misinformation out there, but it's just like anything else.
The thing with that is it's a smart move by the NFL.
Yeah, cover your ass.
No, to not mandate it, because then they can't get these fucking clowns like Cole Beasley like, oh, they're infringing all my rights. Blah, blah, blah. They're like, no, you do what you want to do, but if you cost us a game, you're going to lose money. Yeah, it's much smarter because then you can avoid that.
Cole Beasley got fined, like I forgot how many thousands.
Another receiver. They don't give a shit for whatever reason in Buffalo. They're like, COVID's cool, whatever.
No, but he got fined for walking like 5 feet. Like he took off his mask like a few feet too early, according to him.
But what it said is him and that other guy are serial offenders. It's not just one time they were taking a sip of water.
Okay,
they're just being dicks about it.
On top of it, now the other guy, he got his vaccine already, so he started the process to get it. He's like, all right, I'm tired of losing money.
And like DeAndre Hopkins was like, I think I'm gonna have to quit football because I don't want to let my team down. Like,
no, it's not the concussions. It's getting a shot. Okay, dude. Get out of here.
We need to cut Shaheen, bro, because he's gonna get Mike Gesicki fucking sick, and then we're gonna lose out on having Gesicki because this clown is like, I don't give a shit about anybody.
We cut Shaquem.
No, I said, yeah.
The
guy's always gonna. It sucks because he's just gonna be a guy people bring into camp to get some coverage.
Yeah,
and it's not fair to him. They're just using it as a prop. I don't care what anyone tries to tell you, because if you're following Dolphins Twitter and everything, he's in every video, and you knew he probably wasn't going to make the team, bro.
Rick J. Mark, our boy, Jason Tatum still needs an inhaler after his COVID infection last year. Still, for an athlete that needs strong lungs, you need.
Same thing with Myles Garrett. The guy said, "I'm not the same anymore."
Yeah,
and he's one of the best athletes on the planet, just physically.
Early 20s.
Yeah, bro. So
it's wild.
It's a wild situation. TD's boy Tannehill was another one who was like, I guess I'll get it because they're making such a big deal out of it. You know, I'm like, all right, bro. This is why
Kirk Cousins was like, I'm gonna have a separate room for myself. Like, you're gonna go through all that work?
What's crazy is that they're crazy about that, but not getting concussions, potentially dying on the field, that doesn't worry them. All right. Anyway, let's talk about something lighter here. With the news of McCorkle here, okay, becoming the star. I love saying McCorkle. The fact that this guy could be around for 20 years and we get to say McCorkle.
Hopefully he's not good, and we get to call him McCorkle for 20 years.
Yes, yeah, you know, like just be a Fitzpatrick, you know, be around for like 20 years and just be mediocre. You know, I'll take that. Instead of saying
always
Fitzy,
be mediocre with the Patriots. Just be there for 20 years.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get.
That's what I want.
I'm all for it. But with the news of McCorkle becoming the starting quarterback there, that means that the AFC East now has 4 quarterbacks. All 4 starting quarterbacks are under the age of 25.
And Garrett King, I'm pretty sure it's older than all of them.
Yeah. Josh Allen with Tua, this Zach Wilson kid, and now McCorkle, bro. How crazy. Like, around the NFL, man, the young guys are starting. The old guys are gone.
There was a while there where nothing was happening in terms of young quarterbacks for a while.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, when is the next good guy going to come out? And there's always one, whatever. But it was the same core that we all know just dominating.
Yeah,
it's finally starting to flip where everyone has a good young quarterback now.
I love it. That it's we're seeing that change. We're seeing all this new stuff, you know, and I'm curious, bro. Like right now, you know, mind you, we had damn fucking Tom Brady in the AFC East ruining our lives for 20 years. Now we finally have a clean slate, and we got 4 guys. We don't know. Maybe there's no Tom Brady. Maybe all these 4 guys are going to be gone in 4 years, and we have 4 new guys. But I like what we have. I like our opportunities, and I like our horse.
The defense is going to feast on McCorkle week 1. It's going to be so delicious.
The
first game for McCorkle, bro, is against the Miami defense.
Yeah. Oh, we got the Hawaiian Lion. All right. I like that. Hawaiian Lion. I can dig it. Dolphins 13-4. I dig it.
That's the score of the game.
Yeah, we'll go with that. By the way, my Madden update, 8-1 just beat the Chiefs. Year 2. Tua won the Super Bowl his rookie year, and I'm in year 2, so I sky's the limit here, bro. Sky's the limit here. I don't know. It's gonna be a good time. All right, let's Achilles. We're gonna, we like to do the little changing gears thing here.
Lights out.
What? Lights out. Yes. Yes. We got lights out here. What's going on? Take us to Belgium.
Bro.
Crazy stuff happened at Spa. And if you don't know, get learned, everybody, because it's time for some F1 or FU. Okay? There it is, baby.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were going to play the sound. My bad.
I don't have it. I'm not ready. Hold on. I'll edit it afterwards. Ready? It's going to play right now.
All right, cool.
There it is. All right, yeah.
So after almost a month, they get their little summer break for a whole month. We don't have anything on Sundays.
Yep.
Just waking up sad. Finally, we're back at, like you said, in Belgium at Spa, which from like the old days of playing like Forza and stuff is my favorite track. So I was very excited about it. Ooh. And then it was just a torrential downpour for the entire time they were out there. Everyone was crashing. They couldn't get anything done. They barely got the qualifiers in.
So this was all 3 days it was raining.
Oh, the whole time. Just rain, bro. Just pouring rain the whole time. And then come race day, it's raining so hard they don't even race. And they canceled the whole thing. I was sitting there. So I saw that they hadn't started. I turned it on. I was like, they're not going to start. And then an hour later, someone's like, "Hey, man, are you watching?" Oh, it was you.
That was me.
You watching the race? And I was like, "Oh shit, did they start racing?" And I turned it on, and no, they're still there.
So it was just a bunch of. So let's talk about the race here.
Yeah, and so it wasn't a complete waste because I was trying to listen to what they were saying. Mm-hmm. So essentially, what they did was go out there and do 3 safety car laps. Okay. Because those count as real laps in the race.
Yeah.
And in soccer or whatever sport, you get this many innings, you get this many minutes, it counts as a race.
Uh-huh.
So essentially, if you get 3, they can go all right, well, we kind of race, so you get half points. So that's essentially what you got. You got whatever the qualifying run was, and that's how they did the points. Which, hey, I'm not against.
You're not against.
I love qualifying. Like I said, to me, qualifying is to racing what the NBA bubble was to the playoffs.
Really?
Where it's they're a bubble team. It's yeah, they don't, at the purest, there's no distraction. There's no, people crashing you all the time to try and knock you out because they can't win by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You're just out there racing and you had the best possible lap. So to me, I'm like, all right. And again, half points, I'm cool with that. I understand if you don't want to go full points just off qualifying. And listen, we all love some, bumping of tires, whatever.
Yeah,
it's great.
Yeah.
But I love qualifying for that reason. Especially, I like the way they do it where there's 3 heats and you get eliminated. And you can't just have one good lap of qualifying and you're good. You got to do it multiple times to get that pole position.
So in your estimation here, you feel like enough happened. You got enough out of qualifying, and you thought that was enough to award the points. So you're okay with it.
Yeah, for half points.
So who benefited the most off of that scenario? Because there's probably some guys.
Mercedes, because they would have got smoked by Verstappen because the guy was pole position again. So who wins the most? Stupid Mercedes again because they don't actually have to race.
Taylor's over here saying erroneous, and he's the Mercedes guy. Yeah, so he's disagreeing with you.
Where did Mercedes end up?
Hamilton was 3rd. He was pole position 3.
Okay. So you don't think he would have finished the race 3rd?
Still, but you would have got more points. You know what I mean? This, and you don't get the extra point for fastest lap or anything. And you think they can finish 3rd, but anything can happen on a race day, and you can end up last. You know what I mean? What happened in Baku.
What I'm saying is that there are probably guys who got points who don't normally get points.
Oh, dude, yeah, George Williams,
George Russell got the second
from Williams. The guy finished 2nd in qualifying in essentially what's a fucking RC car compared to what other people are driving, dude. It's unbelievable that he finished 2nd, and he probably wouldn't have been able to hold that pace because again, you can just have one clean lap in a kind of car and still be better, but over whatever the laps are, sooner or later you're going to get caught. So for me, again, that's another good thing for him.
It's not crashing; it's rubbing. Rubbing is racing.
That's right.
I like it.
Tell that to Deshaun Watson.
So you're okay with the points. Does George Russell get an official podium though?
Yeah, that's his first podium of his career.
So his first podium is for is not even for 3 laps. His first podium is for qualifying. He gets a qualifying podium.
Yeah.
See, that I got a problem with. That's just too weird.
I think he has more of a problem. You know what I mean? Like for him, it probably sucks.
For sure.
I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
because people, like you said, they want to earn it. That's good.
Yeah, but he essentially still has a podium. Remember in season 1 or was it season 1 or 2? The guy who used to race for Renault who never had a podium. He's the longest tenured driver to race in Formula One without ever making a single podium. I forgot what his name was. Was it Ericsson or Magnussen? One of those things. One of those sons. Anyway, but yeah, man, like, and he never got a podium. I don't think he would have. I mean, well, maybe by the time he was that he had been so long, he probably would have taken a podium, even if it was a default.
It wasn't the guy that got in a really bad accident, right?
No, that guy's actually won. That was
Rozier was a good racer. He just got yips, essentially.
Yeah, he got the crash yips. No, this was the kid. This was the guy who was just always a solid racer for Renault and just kept getting kept not winning. Just 4th, 5th, 6th. You know, I don't know. Never got a podium. You know, and
Russell is being considered as one of the next guys for Mercedes.
Yeah,
and he beat out Hamilton, and Bottas was like 8 or something like that.
Yep.
Get both those guys out of here, man. I'm done with Mercedes. They're a bunch of baby criers. I'm happy for what happened this weekend.
Bottas was 12.
12, exactly, bro. Like,
yeah, Bottas was 12. Verstappen, Russell, Hamilton was your top 3. Ricardo, Vettel, and Gasly. The next 3: Ocon, Leclerc. What's the other guy from Latif?
Yeah, and he did a really good job too, man.
Yeah,
but I want to see Ricardo win, bro.
I don't know.
That guy, Ricardo. I feel like that. I feel like that season of
Evan Magnussen. Thank you, Taylor. That's the guy.
There you go. I feel like that season would just be like watching somebody party all season.
He's been doing a good job, but Lando Norris has been doing better. And so when it comes down to it, if they're close, they're going to give Lando the push. So it's going to be hard for him to win a race unless he gets pole position and they're like, hey, you're first. If you can hold it, you can hold it.
Well, yeah, right now Lando's in 3rd in the driver standings and Ricardo's in 8th. So I think you said it, right? Norris, Russell, Mercedes 2022.
Oh, dude, they should drop both those old fools and just go full young racers.
Full young racers, man. Bro, I'd love to see Toto Wolff, just going talking all the time about, how good my young guys are and how I'm so happy to see them, race at their full potential.
Just extra jack because he's working out with young guys now.
I'm doing this interview while I'm in my workout room, I'm right now my ball flex, just pumping some iron and, getting really excited about, the next race. Speaking of, when's the next race?
This weekend.
This weekend?
I haven't looked, but yeah.
Oh, it's Dutch, Netherlands, September 3rd through the 5th, round 13, Formula 1, Haken Dutch Grand Prix. Oh, Heineken, sorry. I totally read Heineken wrong. Haken I don't know.
Haken Dutch.
Bro, my eyes are not good, man. They're very not good there. All right, so the Heineken Dutch Grand Prix 2021 is going to be this weekend. So, man, a lot to watch this weekend. You got the race. You got some college football. Thursday night, no Heineken ads for Lemon City. Nope. Yeah. Let me see. Did you spell it right? Let me look. Yeah, that looks about right. What's it called? And then Thursday, remind everybody, Gus, about our to come check us out, man. Hang out with us at FIU. We're gonna be doing a little food drive for FIU. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah, we're doing a food drive for the FIU Student Pantry. We'll be tailgating at FIU's first home football game of the season, September 2nd, this Thursday, Lot 7, tailgate area. Come out, hit up the Plug Talk Sports guys at Plug Talk Sports 1, I think, and or hit us up at Lemon City Live. And
yeah, man. For sure. Taylor chiming in here. Bottas might get the boot because he wants to win, and they aren't going to do that to Hamilton. They need a solid 2 that knows he's only number 2. I heard Gardner Minshew's available. He might be the guy. He might be the guy who needs to go there.
Cam Newton's on the market, guys.
Yeah. All right, we're wrapping up here. Did any of you guys have a spicy sports nugget? Just curious. Gus, did you have one?
I don't have one, no.
Oh my God, you guys are the worst. Spicy sports nugget. But I got one. Look at that guy. I thought he froze again.
I got you.
So I read in Rolling Stone, okay, that they're gonna make a movie about Dennis Rodman's crazy night in Vegas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
You know, like unfreaking believable. Like I don't know how they're gonna do it.
Part of it, so you know you're gonna get the real deal shit.
Yes. So it's basically they're gonna take episodes 3, 4, and 5, I think, of The Last Dance and just go extra long. You know what I mean?
So the most interesting part of that whole fucking documentary.
Yeah.
Is Carmen Electra gonna play herself? That's all I want to know.
Oh man. Such a 90s babe right there, bro.
Who cast as Carmen Electra now?
Carmen Electra, dude. She still looks great. She is definitely a supreme all-time top 5 90s babe. Gotta make The Hangover look like
it's real. That was a fake movie.
Yeah, dude.
Real life.
This guy, remember, this guy won 3 championships, was friends with Michael Jordan, was on this bet. Yeah, there you go. That's what it's gonna be. There's a
Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman right there.
That's Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman right there. You know, he was in an action movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme. He was a member of the NWO. You know, he's got everything on there.
Broken his penis multiple times.
Broken his penis. He married himself. Terrible. Remember that? He married himself. Like, come on, dude. And he used to hang out at the Hard Rock all the time. So that's a great time. Looking forward to that. But guess what? How can we go without mentioning this? And you're right, Taylor. I was saving it for this, but come on, dude. They were gonna be my phonies of the week, but man, I thought the McCorkle thing was too good. And these guys are just apparently, if you don't know, there was a high school football game on Sunday on ESPN.
Oh yeah.
And IMG Academy versus Bishop. What is it? Bishop Sycamore, something like that.
Bishop Sycamore, yeah.
It's apparently a school in Ohio.
Yeah. But it's not.
But it's not. I've heard a lot of stuff. I can't confirm, but I heard their coach had like a rap sheet or a warrant or something.
Yeah, an open warrant. I saw that if you Google the school's address, it's just like a duplex. There's no school there. Like on the Google Street, man. Like you could look. It's just like a random house in Ohio somewhere. It's
apparently an online like school. I also heard that some of these players were like JUCO players, like that just
failed
dropouts.
third-year JUCO players playing high school,
and they still got rocked and shut out by a bunch of high schoolers.
I heard that they were gonna press charges against whoever put that together, but that 45-0 loss was enough shame for them.
58-0,
whatever it was.
58. Craziness. All right, the whole thing is just unbelievably like just to think. But here's the thing, and you know what? I'm gonna have to give a special phony here for ESPN. How do you not do your homework? Okay, because apparently I was at Sports Grill. Is it connected right now? Thank God.
Which is really upsetting because then we would have got a really good documentary.
Yeah,
out of Billy Corbin on it. That's the real sad part of this story is that it's not Miami. Really,
I'm sure some of those ING players are from Miami.
Oh yeah.
No, but IMG isn't a scam.
Yeah, that's not the story though. The story here is Bishop.
Yeah.
I'm talking about Bishop Sycamore specifically.
Yeah. No.
Now, when it comes to the phoniness here on ESPN, how do you? Okay, so I was at Sports Grill, right? And we were having lunch, and I look up, and they're actually playing the game. I saw the first touchdown of the game. It was a sick catch by the ING guy, just like totally mossed this kid. I was like, wow, okay. But I didn't pay any attention. It's a high school game. I don't care. But I remember watching it. I wasn't listening to it. They had the sound off. They had music playing or something. But apparently, ESPN did not do any research, okay, on this team, didn't validate anything, could not find any information on any of the players on the team being rated on any website.
They didn't even have a complete roster.
They didn't. Yet the guys apparently, and I don't know, I haven't seen this, but I can't confirm, but you know, factually and factual here. They played 2 games in 3 nights.
Yep.
Or 3 days. And on top of that, the ESPN people were like, usually like, oh, here's, such and such senior quarterback who's who's accepted an offer to go to Oklahoma, and his stats, he was number 1 in Oklahoma rushing, blah blah blah. They had nothing on anybody, so they couldn't say anything about any of the guys from Bishop. So there goes half of your commentary when all you could talk about is one team because you didn't do your homework. And Valley, it's a real school. Unfreaking believable. There's going to be a movie about this. There's going to be a movie. It might not be Billy Corbin's. It might not be a documentary, but there's going to be a movie about how these people duped everybody.
It'll be a 30 for 30.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, I just want a good long read, like, investigative article on it. I'll settle for that because I want to because right now it's funny, whatever, but I gotta understand the real story.
What is that? Is that serious ESPN investigative show that?
Oh, E60. Oh, there's gonna be an E60 piece. Yeah. What's her? Rachel Nichols is gonna be there.
Oh no, she is. She's out, bro. It's gonna be somebody.
Yeah.
Else.
Oh, okay. What's the other girl's name that does the E60? Oh, it's gonna be an OTL. They're bringing in. They're
gonna bring Bob Lee out of retirement to do this, bro.
Bob Lee special. Oh man, that's gonna be a good time. I'm gonna watch that. I will say though, it's just unbelievable that there's obviously people that got fired from this, right? Like people.
How do they survive as a school at this point?
No. I'm talking on the ESPN side for their lack of any. You think so?
No, they got the money and they moved on, bro.
Oh my god. I don't know. I think somebody's like, yo, you didn't fact check that? Like that's a school? Come on.
Apparently, it's a partnership with Yahoo Sports that they have. And they just high school games.
And they didn't buy that game specifically. Yahoo Sports essentially goes, here's 7 games for whatever money. And they're like, all right, whatever, bro.
Still, bro. The fact it's one Google search and you can't, and the picture you get is a duplex somewhere, and you're like, wait a minute, I've never heard of this place. Like, come on.
They probably had someone do that, but it was too late. It was like a week before the game, and they didn't want to lose the money. Maybe that'll be the scandal for ESPN isn't taking this game on. It's if we find out that they definitely knew it was a fake school, and we're just like,
right.
Maybe no one noticed it's a fucking high school game.
You know what they need to do is there's a bunch of badass high school football games that take place in South Florida every week. Just have one of those.
Just here.
Just go to Travis Powell Field or whatever, man.
If anything happens where you can't play whatever game is supposed to be scheduled, let's just put on this South Florida game. It's going to be probably even better than what we had scheduled.
Any game in Texas at any time in high school football.
Bro, you can't. If this happens again, unbelievable,
Bullshit.
But what's it called? All right, Eben, are we going to AEW?
I already said we need to be.
We are, baby. I don't know about Raw on Monday. Although I'm off Monday, maybe we should. I heard tickets are cheap.
No way, not as cheap as AEW.
When is AEW again?
AEW is like next month, October.
Oh, October. Okay.
It'll be a good time, and it's like it's a Dynamite and a Rampage.
No, it's a Friday, so it's a Rampage, and then just like an extra show, like an in-house show.
Oh, okay. Ooh, good time though. I told you I watched. I didn't watch Rampage this week, but I'm all in, bro.
But I told you just need to give it a chance, bro.
Give it a chance.
Awesome.
I'm giving it a chance. What I don't like though, I'll be honest here, and I'll my last little commentary on AEW for the show here. It's I obviously we know it's theatrics, it's soap opera and stuff, but it feels like they're really choreographed these like tag team moves, that they sell it super bad.
No, when it doesn't work, it looks bad. But I appreciate
the moves look really cool. The moves look really cool, but the setup for it, they're selling it so bad sometimes. Like the guy runs to him and he's like, "Oh, I gotta jump on your here so you can grab me here," and it's like so blatantly like a choreographed stunt, not a wrestling move. And it's kind of like
I don't even have a problem with like they go off the ropes and you do like a shoulder check, but the guy's timing is off, and you're like, "Wait, he didn't even hit him."
Yeah,
it's weird. I'm like, all right, it's a bit much. But like the other stuff, I'm all right with, bro.
Special Saturday Dynamite. That's what it is. All right, Evan, we'll get the posse, bro. We'll go out there. We'll hang out, man. We'll have a good time. I'll rock my NWO shirt. I got to get me an AEW shirt. I'll rep. I'm totally gone with WWE. Not a fan.
Oh, I always try to get back into it, and it's just not good.
Yeah, it's really disappointing. But anyway, Dennis has bounced. He's left us. Goodbye, Dennis. Thank you for hanging out with us. But that's our cue. When Dennis, the producer, says "F you guys," he's F1 and we're F you. We're gone. Big thank you again to the Beast for hanging out with us. Thank you for everybody who chimed in on the chat. The chat was lit tonight. Thank you so much. Joseph Taylor, Eben, Juanqui, Ricky J. Mark, everybody else that commented before that. Thank you, guys. Remember, follow us at Lemon City Live on all social media. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like and share button, do all those good things. And we'll see you guys Thursday night for the food drive, and maybe we'll be back Friday night. We'll see. All right, guys. Be good. Have a great night. Adios, muchachos.